So we're just going to go through all the parts of the Spinzall in case you see something in the manual and you don't know what we're talking about. So first of all, this is the lid, and this is the chute, and the chute extender. This is a piece of silicone, it comes off. This is the bearing on the inside of the lid. So this, remember, this is the chute. This is the rotor assembly, the rotor with the tube feeder. On the tube feeder we have the tube extenders, which are these rubber pieces. We also have the feeder lid, which is this, and on it we have the feeder gasket, which is this. Back on the lid for a second, this is the lid cap. The lid cap also has a gasket on it. This is the bowl. This is the outlet that juice and liquids come out of. This bowl, by the way, also has fins on it, but these aren't the fins we're talking about when we're talking about the rotor. This is the bowl gasket that fits onto the motor base. This is the motor base. This is the shaft. By the way, always make sure that you put this back on. This is the shaft, and this is the connector bushing for the rotor. This is the pump. Inside the pump, this is the pump assembly tubing. This is a replaceable part. Also, these are the pump tubes. This long one is the pump in tube, and this shorter one is the pump out tube. This is the rotor itself. Inside the rotor, we have fins. These are the 3 fins. When we're talking about the direction of the fins, and we say in the manual there's a bite out of the bottom of the fins, this is the bite that's out of the bottom of the fins. On the inside of the rotor, we say that there are grooves or slots to put the fins in. That is these. When we say there's a max fill line on the rotor, it is here. Here. On the motor base itself, this is the power switch. This other rocker switch is the lid unlock switch. This is the motor timer. This turns on the main shaft here. This is the pump speed selector. This changes the speed of the pump. And this is the pump timer. This turns on the pump and determines how long it's going to run on the timing. Lastly, these are the indicator lights. This one is the on light. This is the lid locked light, which shows you that the lid is indeed locked. And if it's flashing, it means that you can't unlock it because the rotor's spinning too quickly. This is the pumping light. This means that the pump is operating. And this is the spinning light, which means that the unit is at least trying to spin the rotor. And you know that something's wrong because all of these lights will flash. And so that is all of the parts of the Spinzall.